Live O in the building, Creative Insight, brought to you by Break the Bar, sponsored by Break the Bar, sponsored by JV8 Studios. We got Saffron in the building. Let's go.
JV8 Studios, let's go.
Yeah. Hey, big up though.
Big up, man.
Yeah, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Yes.
What you do, what you be doing.
Okay, so my name is Saffron Cann. I am an artist and illustrator, and I specialise in digital illustration. I like to do like surreal stuff. I like to do spiritual stuff. I'm very influenced about like growing up in London, so there's a lot of like urban stuff mixed in with that as well. I just like to mix up a lot of different experiences, and hopefully it speaks to other people as well.
Mm-hmm. And when did you realise you had this talent for the art?
I ain't gonna lie, I've been doing art my whole life. Like, when I say my whole life, I mean literally like from when I could hold a pencil, I was drawing. And then I started like professionally when I was like 18, so like 6 years ago now. I got my first like actual gig through like Instagram and that. Yeah, so most of my stuff is like mostly lived online. And I've promoted a lot of my stuff like via Instagram and that kind of thing, and it's just kind of gone from there. I did a degree in illustration and visual media, and yeah, and then since I graduated I've just been trying to do my thing, freelancing. Yeah, that's it. Still exploring as well, like nice. You know, it's my practice, so I like to have fun with it.
And where does most of your inspiration for your artworks come from?
My inspiration, so I like a lot of comic book artists. My favourite one is this guy called Mobius. He's dead now, but he was like a French comic book artist, and his stuff is sick. Okay. I know a lot of people won't be familiar with him.
Yeah,
but
what works has he done? Can you name any?
So he's done like a lot of Spider-Man covers. I even think he has done like Morbius. He did his own comics as well. Like a lot of his stuff is very inspired by like landscapes in Mexico, so it's almost kind of empty and a bit eerie. Like it's a little bit less busy than the typical comic book style. It's a lot like with cleaner lines and, you know, vibrant colours. So I was really influenced by the way he did that. Okay. Also like other stuff that's inspired me as well. Again, I'm quite a spiritual person. I like to meditate and stuff, so that is, you know, that brings forth a lot of like imagery for me. I'm African as well, like I'm from Ghana, so a lot of like old Ghanaian art, like masks and things like that. Like basically the whole continent of Africa inspires me creatively. Nice. And I kind of mix that up with, again, like being brought up in London.
So it really was like a blend of the cultures together.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. It's always been a blend,
Nice. And so far, you post most of your work on your Instagram, website.
Yeah, so I mostly post on Instagram. I do update my website. I did recently start a Twitter, and I'll start to post there as well, because I'm not going to lie, the censorship on Instagram's a bit mad. So
censorship?
The censorship is mad on Instagram.
How do you mean?
Like, as in, like, it's very easy to get shadow banned for stuff now, and genuinely, like, when I first started out, I was actually doing quite a lot of, like, not safe for work stuff, like, just because I felt like it, innit? And so a lot of my old work included, like, a lot of nudity and things like that, and which was fine back in the day for Instagram, but now, like, you post a nipple, even if it's drawn, and they will take it down. Like,
wow, they're going in.
You know, things.
A cartoon nipple, they take it down.
Cartoon nipple, they say, they say in their guidelines. No, it's mad. They say in their guidelines, that if it's art, then it's okay. But a lot of the time, I think obviously they use computers to do this stuff, and I guess if a computer sees a nipple, takes it down. Like, you know, even swearing. Like, I've been shadow banned for just using swear words and that. Like, it's
in the comment or in the video, like as writing in a comment or in the video?
Writing. Wow, but okay. I have clocked in a video. If you post a video in your story and you say a swear word, sometimes it does do a little beep.
They actually bleep it.
Okay. Yeah, it's happened to me.
Never seen it.
It's happened to me.
Yeah, should we try it after? Yeah, someone swearing it.
Okay. Go suck your mother. Go fuck yourself. See if this gets banned.
Let's see. YouTube might just
try it.
See if YouTube bans us.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
fuck yourself. Okay.
I'm not trying to get no strikes. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, I didn't even know. That's censorship. Damn, that's censoring the art. of it, man.
Yeah, no, it's mad. It's mad.
Yeah.
Instagram isn't very good to artists at the moment, so.
Yeah, it's sad, but either way, you doing exhibitions in real life as well, aren't you?
Yeah, so I when and where I can, I do try and exhibit my stuff in real life.
What was your last show? I saw you had one recently.
Yeah, I did. I had one like in the first week of April. That was really sick. It was like an art music event. Shout out to Joe Jazz for putting me on because that's like the second show I've done with him, and you know he's a sick artist, but he's also a musician as well. And and it was just basically a mixture of, you know, up and coming visual artists, like people made clothes and that for it. We had like rappers on there, and it was a really sick night.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I wish I went to that.
Next time there'll be more.
Yeah,
There'll
let us
be
know
more.
when the next one is. We'll be there.
Yes, for sure, man, for sure.
Cool. Where was that?
That was near Old Street, so
Okay,
like East London, Old
yeah.
Street area.
Cool,
man.
cool. Okay, nice. And then from there, with that exhibition, was you able to network with other artists, other musicians? And,
no, because one thing, I mean, about being in the arts is that sometimes it can get a bit lonely, and you do need a bit of a support system in order to, basically, a lot of the opportunities I've had, it's not necessarily because I've worked hard and put my stuff out there. It's because I've met up with other people, and they've put me onto stuff, or we've done stuff collectively. And, you know, I'm learning now that it's always so much easier when you've got other people, you know, with you doing it. So I'm trying to make the effort to, you know, reach out to more people who do similar stuff to what I do.
Yeah. And like animators as well.
Animators, yes.
I could see some of your work being like in moving image. Do you do any animation as well? I
have done animation in the past. My last job was actually a couple weeks ago. That was like an animating role. I'm hoping to do more of it. I'm not gonna lie, it's so time consuming. And
that's the thing. I always hear that people enjoy it, but it's patience.
A lot of patience, but definitely I want to brush up on it and do more in the future.
What sort of animation is it? 3D, sketching?
Again, I would probably try... Again, in the past, when I've done like little bits of animation, it is like, it's digital. So digital illustrations, almost like, I'm not gonna lie, I watch some anime, so it's mostly like influenced by, you know, anime and stuff like that. Because I don't know if you've clocked as well, but the way anime is animated is very lazy, but to its advantage. So essentially,
break it down a bit.
What anime are you into?
What animes? My favourite one. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I like some of the weirder niche ones. I don't know. One of my favourite ones I've watched was one called Dead Man Wonderland. I don't know if you lot have heard of that.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, yeah, no, that one's a bit. Yeah, that one's a bit demented. It's a bit of a short. It's a short one. It's like maybe 15 episodes. I can't remember, but it's just about. What's it about? It's just about basically this game where they get prisoners to essentially fight each other to the death. And
I think I heard of that.
You might have heard of it.
I don't think I've seen it.
Wasn't it like in the first episode, like the character got arrested?
To the mic. Yeah.
Wasn't it like in the first episode, like the character got arrested for a crime that he didn't commit, so he got sent to the.
I believe so, and I think the character you're talking about was actually a child.
Okay.
But so I like anime. I like. I also liked Parasite. I liked Death Note. That's also one of my favourites.
Come on.
Parasite, the anime or the film?
I haven't seen the film. I haven't seen the film. But the anime.
The spot was for Death Note, by the way.
Yeah, good. Yeah, no, Death Note's a good one. But and I like the Studio Ghibli stuff as well. But when I say it's lazy, I mean because it's so detailed. I think in order to cut time a bit, a lot of like the backgrounds are like completely still. It's literally just a painting, and then they slap the characters over it, and then the characters, you know, the only characters that tend to move are the ones that are talking at the time, and then a lot of background characters are just images.
Is that because they have so many episodes that they need to continue?
I think it's more because of the deadline, like because with the anime, with the UK, with like a UK animation, they'll have it in seasons, but with their one, it'll just come out like every week constantly.
That's true.
So they wouldn't like in the UK one. It will be done before it comes out.
So there's no backlog of,
Yeah,
there's no
it's
like
just,
filming bulk and
like,
animating
apparently
bulk.
the way they do, like, they might have a show where it's like next week episode. Oh, we gotta get it done. We gotta get it done. It has to come out in like 3 days.
In 1 week, they wait to animate a whole episode in what?
Yeah.
Under 3 days.
No, they have like a week to do it, but they'll be like, we gotta finish it. It needs to get out there in like 2-3 days.
That's mad.
Nah, that
That's
stuff
mad.
stresses me out. See, that's the
That's
kind of stuff
stress.
stresses me out. I hate
Yeah,
tight deadlines, but it is what it is. But yeah, hopefully more animation stuff in the
Cool.
future.
Yeah.
Yes.
And with your style of illustration, when I was at uni, they sort of pushed like, oh, you should find your style, find your visual style. Do you think that you have a style, or you like, is it developing, or what stage is it at now?
My style is, I have a style. Like I'm very confident and solid with the style I have. Having said that, my style does develop over time, like constantly. So it's always moving, but I do have quite a specific style, and I do stick to that. And you know, the only thing I really look for is just to improve on that. Basically. But it's always good to stay open to like other stuff as well. You know, you can't really leave all your eggs in one basket and all that. So
True. And there was a artwork that I saw on your Instagram that I liked as well. Two-Face. Was it called Two-Face, or was it? It was like there was one face above the water and then one below. I like that one. And one was the subconscious and one was the conscious.
Yes, that's
Can
it.
you break it down a little? Which side of the face was conscious and subconscious?
See, it's funny, that was quite a quick drawing. It was like a little warm-up drawing I ended up finishing. But so we had two faces, one facing down, one facing up, and then the one facing up was basically meant to represent, like, you know, consciousness and you know, everything that you present to the world, that kind of thing. And then the second face, like the one facing down, that's like, you know, looking inwards, that's your subconscious. Like things like that, I'm not gonna lie, I make it up as I go along.
Okay.
Like things like I make it up as I go along. Like sometimes I don't sit down and plan what I'm drawing, it just comes. And then I look at it at the end and it just makes so much sense to me.
So you just got that image from your mind. Was there a reference, or was it like literally sketched it?
No, I literally just sketched it.
mind?
That one I just sketched. I mean, I do use references every now and then from where I need to, but that one, because I find faces quite easy to do, so that one I just done like off the top of my dome. Yeah, basically.
Cool. Nice. And
Cool.
so, and also creative block.
Yes.
What's a technique you use to overcome a creative block? If you even get creative block.
Ooh, creative block. What's a tool that I use? Do you know what? Normally, it sounds cliche, man, but it's just finding inspiration. Like, you know, sometimes, especially, it's really hard when you've got creative block, especially when you've got a deadline or something coming and like the work needs to get done, sort of thing. But if I have time, I allow myself to try and you know, find inspiration. I'm not like, we brought this up earlier, but before the camera started rolling, but Pinterest is my best friend.
Yes.
Like, I love Pinterest so much, like, because there's just all these niche images that you would never normally find, like, and so stuff like that always inspires me. Or just generally, like, seeing people doing their own thing. Like, I like to watch a lot of YouTube videos and that, where people just kind of break down their craft and what it is that they do. And even if it doesn't align with what I like to do, that's kind of, it almost like kind of like sparks a fire that gets me going, okay, let me get back to it again. Let me re-inspire myself to do some work. Like, yeah.
Cool, nice. And after that, like, how long has been the longest creative block you've had, you say?
Oh my days. Maybe, it's probably like a month.
Yeah. Like
something, probably, it's hard to say, to be honest, but I've had some really long ones. Like, sometimes it's really hard to just sit down and create. But yeah, probably month-long ones I've had in the past. Yeah.
And circling back here, because I just thought of it. When you was talking about the anime, you went to Japan as well.
Yeah, we did. We went to Japan. Me and Ryan went to Japan.
So how was the trip, and did that inspire some of the Aces looking at you like, why didn't you invite me? Like,
Okay, first of all, Ace, I didn't know you back then, so
I feel like we knew each other back then.
you see, you keep saying that, but what do you want me to do?
I feel like we knew each other. You should have invited me, man. Ryan, you should have invited me.
Oh, come on.
Like, that's on, yeah, actually, that's all on Ryan.
It's not all on me. Were you going to pay for your ticket?
No, that's why you invite. If you invite me, you pay for it.
Are you mad?
all expenses
That's how
paid.
invites happen.
Are you
That's how
All
invites work,
expenses
mate.
paid.
Yeah, no, ain't nobody got the peas to be buying your ticket. Like, I barely had the peas.
You buy my ticket, I bring the vibe.
£800 there.
You buy my ticket, I bring the vibe.
In fact, if anything, we actually paid 500 and something for our flights. Like,
Yeah,
that
for
was a
flight-
miracle.
By
For some
itself?
reason, some reason, Japan's
Wow.
really cheap.
Both,
in the
for
spring.
both?
No, for
5 each?
Oh, yeah, 5 each, yeah.
Oh,
Japan's really cheap in the spring.
Yeah, but people normally, they'll pay like $1,000 for flights there. But
Bumblebee.
yeah, no, Japan, sick. I would like to go back again. I wasn't there long enough.
Was that your first time out there?
It was my first time there. I would go again just because we only explored Tokyo, so I would like to see it outside of Tokyo. But again, I'm not gonna lie, Tokyo is almost very overwhelming because it's so different.
It's too colourful.
Yeah, it's like a big cartoon.
Different from London or...
Yeah, different from London, like just the Western world basically. Like they just do their own thing.
Even their trains are so, like, they have like a special train service for each of their trains, and they all have like a different interior, like a wooden designed interior.
Wow.
Friggin' one thing that got to me was like they had separate platforms for women.
Serious?
Yeah.
Swear down. So man
Yeah.
can't go on the woman platform.
Don't go to the women's platform because there is like
people are
high
sexist,
crime
man.
Yeah.
These people are
Learning.
sexist,
Sexist,
man.
man. Let me get on.
No, they're protecting the women,
They're
man. They're
protecting
protecting the women.
So men and women
So
can't
the-
ride the train together?
No,
They don't protect the men.
No, see, they can. It's just that like
What
there
Meant
is
to protect the
there-
men from what? Other men.
From women that are beating them up.
there's
Go on,
like,
go on.
there's like a specific section for only girls because only women are allowed there. I remember Saffron went there. I tried to go there, and
That's
the guy
mad.
just literally told me to get away from them. I'm like, okay.
See, do you know what's funny? I don't even remember that, but I'll take your word for it, man.
So let's say like, so there's men and women carriages.
Yeah, the minimum.
And then if the women want to ride by themselves,
they'll ride by
they just go.
themselves.
So
Yeah.
what happened to equality, mate?
There's
Equality.
no equality, man.
Equality don't count, man.
Look, man, you can't have equality till you have equity. So there's that.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
And still, men can be trusted.
Yo, that's mad. And what else was going on? The technology and
Yeah, no, just like little things, like even the way, like even their toilets. Their toilets are mad. Like it comes with a whole control panel. Like you can press
Control
the button.
panel?
Yeah, like there's a button for like music, a button for like a heated seat.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
like, I'm not
Heated
joking.
Heated seats one of the best
Wait,
things.
so you're
That's a
busting
mad-
your shit
No,
and the thing warm up.
That's
a madness.
it. That's it. It kind of throws you off a bit, but you know.
No, I have to say the alcohol was pretty cheap.
what's the top one out there? What was you
What?
drinking? Beers, vodkas.
What was that sweet one that we constantly?
Shoya, I believe.
Shoya. That was
It's
I
like
only
a
know
plum
Asahi.
wine.
I only know Asahi.
Oh,
Well,
Asahi beer.
Asahi.
Yeah.
I know
Um,
Ray nephew.
Yeah, no,
Listen, you're not
okay.
in Jamaica,
Wrong
bro.
part of the world, bro.
Yeah,
Wrong
you're
part. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Like, whenever you travel, you always have to be mindful of racism in other countries. And I was a bit mindful about Japan, to be honest. But the people there, yeah, they are very respectful. Like, they will go out their way to help you on the street, like even if they don't speak your language. Like we had police coming up to us to try to direct us to,
Oh, really?
like, because they said that like, they could tell that we were lost and that, and they would come and help direct us, even though they couldn't speak English and we couldn't speak no Japanese.
Yeah.
But
Google Translate, no?
Google Translate.
that's no, yeah. I was busting out Google Translate a lot. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Did you pick up any Japanese while you were there?
See, I knew some prior. But
Konnichiwa.
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 I knew he was gonna say that.
See,
So I got-
konbanwa. All right, something in Japan is that there's always vending machines almost everywhere for cigarettes.
Oh,
for
wow.
yeah.
So
for-
wait, do you need ID or anything to?
No.
Let's go to the vending machine and buy some
Man,
cigarettes.
Yeah, that was my biggest question.
See, I didn't see it, but I
No.
remember one of my
That's mad.
one of my
Bro,
family
back in the
members,
day, you had to search for them cigarettes.
Search.
one of my family members
was a
told me they
struggle.
were like when they went to Japan, they saw a vending machine for cars that you can rent. like it was just cars and a
Wow.
massive vending machine, and when you want to specifically take that car, it would just move that car out and place it there and give you the keys.
Damn.
Wait,
That is
so
crazy.
Why didn't you just run off with the car, man? How they gonna know it's me?
for it.
Yeah,
though.
you pay
for
for-
it. You
No,
pay
but
for
you
it.
just rent it and you just disappear, man. How they gonna know it's me?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good point. They'll find a way.
Yeah, but then isn't that just like renting a car normally?
Yeah,
like,
but you
I
have
could
to-
rent
you
the
have
car
It
and
could be
just
like a
drive
zip
off.
car, innit?
Like,
Maybe they took your bank details.
Oh, yeah.
True that. But yeah, no, Japan, mad. Tokyo, mad. Loved it
Yeah.
there. Creatively, it is very inspiring. I made sure that I could take all the pictures that I could, so I had my own references to look at and work with when I got home. I think as well, definitely because I like, illustrating and drawing a lot of cities and that. So, and Tokyo's a city, so beautiful. So that definitely inspired me. If anyone can go, I would recommend it.
It's in the plans. It's in the plans. It's in the plans.
Why are you looking at me for, fam?
I need to buy my ticket.
I need to buy my own ticket.
You're gonna pay us back?
It's a loan.
It's a loan. It's on your
So
time.
when you planning to go back? Or
I don't know, man. I feel like, that was the last time I really went on holiday. Is it? Yeah, it was like it's the last country I've been to. So I think I'd like to explore some other countries first before returning to Japan.
nice. Yeah. Okay, where else would you think
Um,
top 3 countries on your list?
Ooh, okay. Right, tough one. I can't believe I haven't been yet, but I ain't never been Netherlands before. I ain't never been Amsterdam with that.
You been to Ghana?
Oh yeah, I've been to Ghana. I've been Ghana the most. I've been Ghana like 5 times. I'm due to go again this year.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Where else? I would like to go other places in Africa as well. I've always wanted to go Mali. I don't know why. It just seems like a beautiful country, beautiful culture. Cliche. I've always wanted to go Egypt.
Okay,
Again,
Egypt.
yeah, no. Again, Egypt does influence my work a lot. So.
And in what way does Egypt influence the works?
I think basically just ancient Egyptian stuff, like hieroglyphics, their gods, pyramids, like that kind of thing.
The pharaohs.
That's it. The pharaohs, and basically just they basically birthed civilization. Like everything that we know today, especially in the Western world, that came straight out of Egypt and just branched out. So, yeah, man.
Nice. And with that, you took inspiration from Egypt, and you also got it from all your traveling.
Yeah.
And is there any artists that you look up to, because you mentioned one earlier, what was the name?
Oh yeah, Mobius.
Mobius,
Yeah,
so-
so he's an illustrator.
Yeah. And who else was there?
Other illustrators, again, but one I do really look up to is Jamie Hewlett. He's the guy who did all the illustrations for Gorillaz, the band. Yeah, that guy.
Did he take part in doing the music videos as well? Or was it just the illustration?
Right, see, I'm not sure obviously he's an illustrator, so obviously he designed all the characters, he basically does all the drawing. I'm not sure what he actually does on the music side. Obviously him and Damon Albarn, the guy who does the music side of it, they're tight, so I'm assuming they kind of work hand in hand.
I'm going to say Feel Good.
Yeah,
It's probably the best animated music video of all time.
Nah, and it's a sick song as well. I still
Yeah.
bust out that song to this day. It's a tune. Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, no, that's it.
Classic.
But yeah, so again, because we were talking about animation before, I love the way that they've animated their stuff, and I would definitely use that as an influence.
Nice. And because you use your social media to most of the time to promote your work, have you got one key tip you could share on marketing yourself as an illustrator, as an artist?
Yes. Consistency. Consistency is key. I'm telling you right now, as somebody who has noticed growth when they're consistent and decline when I'm not consistent. So definitely consistency is key, because essentially, especially when you don't know people, you need to actually give someone a reason to follow you. If you're gonna post and then ghost for 5 months, there's no reason that anybody should be following what it is that you're doing. On top of that, what else? I think engage with your audience as well.
Yeah.
Like, you know, don't just talk to a brick wall or talking to a void. Like, you know, actively ask your audience questions. Especially, I mean, you can do that on Twitter easily. On Instagram, you can do that via stories. Like, the stories has got so many different tools that you can use to basically up your engagement with your followers and stuff.
Okay, nice. Yeah. And with the artwork as well, I see you do a lot of like character studies.
Yeah.
And a lot of the designs is like character based.
It's true.
I've seen. I've got the style, I think.
Okay.
And so most of it is digital as well.
Yeah, most of it is digital.
What do you use?
drawing.
Is drawing tablet?
Yes, I've got an iPad. I started off drawing on Photoshop, and then when I got an iPad, I downloaded Procreate to see what all the fuss was about, and I can definitely see it. Like, it's as good as Photoshop for drawing. Like, it's a lot easier to. It does almost feel like you're working with pen and paper again. Like, rather than. Yeah, because the thing about working digitally, sometimes it feels a bit janky and you don't really feel free with what it is that you want to do and, you know, the movement of the line work and that kind of thing. But Procreate, you know, makes it feel like you're on pen and paper. And these new iPads, like, the screens are mad. Like, they're so sensitive as well. So, yeah, I swear by that.
Cool, nice. And random question, yeah?
Yeah.
When I was looking at the artworks,
Yes.
with the characters, a lot of them don't have the pupils in the eyes.
Yeah,
Is there a reason behind it? Is
Do you
there a
know
meaning
what?
behind it?
I wouldn't really say there is a reason. I've been doing that since. I've been doing that for almost 10 years. I don't know. I've always just drawn people like that. I think I used to do it because it essentially added like a bit of. It's gonna sound really dark and depressing, but. It kind of added like a soulless, like, to them, like almost like these characters had no soul, no spirit, no
Who are they? Be more intrigued. People might be more intrigued to know
who
they
are
are
they?
as well.
I don't, right. Do you know what? It's changed. It's changed. So back in the day, when I started out drawing the stuff that I draw, I was mostly drawing. I mean, I still do now, but I was mostly drawing a lot of women. I wasn't drawing a lot of, you know, objects, animals, backgrounds, that kind of thing, which I do a lot more of now. But I was mostly doing characters, and I would kind of almost write stories for these characters or give them personalities. I'd name them. They would all have their eyes like that. For some reason, I just like to roll with this idea that, okay, you know, maybe they're soulless. They're almost like empty shells, basically. They're not real people. And, yeah, and then I think over time that sort of changed. I used to call them, I would literally call them my girls. Like, they were like my kids or something. I don't really know where they came from. It was just the way I liked to draw people.
And where do you see the characters going, like, developing into? Because you said you write stories about them.
See, that's it. So I did used to, whereas now, while I've still maintained that style, I don't really see it that way anymore. I think my outlook on a lot of stuff has changed. In fact, if anything, you know, I used to look at these people and be like, oh, I'm drawing these soulless characters. Now I'm drawing these soulful characters and these soulful things, and so I just think it's a style choice that's maintained. And in regards to, like you said, like the stories and where it's going, I still sometimes do write little narratives in my head about a character just to inspire me. For like a pose or a facial expression or what they're wearing. It just makes it easier for me to kind of characterize them. But I would like to do more narrative based stuff in the future, again, like maybe through animation, maybe even through like graphic novels.
Yeah, graphic. Because you write as well.
I do write. I don't really share a lot of what I write, but I do actively write. Yes.
Okay, nice. So there you go. So you would write and illustrate the novel.
Yeah, I do like to write. I do, and I think I write, you know, quite eloquently written, and I do enjoy writing. I enjoy reading, so I would like to kind of marry the illustration and the writing at some point in the future.
Nice.
Yeah.
And do you have a favorite artwork that you've done right at the moment?
A
Or
favourite
favourite
one.
artwork of all time.
That's a
Or is
hard
it too
one.
deep?
That's the
Past year.
Put you on the spot, man.
Past year.
On the spot.
in the past year. I'm actually gonna say it's probably one of the last ones I did, which was actually for my exhibition. It's got like clouds, like a cloudy background. You've got a little planet at the top, and you've just got like a collection of like women floating. The reason I picked that one is because I do like the way it looks. I love the way it looks a lot, but the reason why it's my favourite is because a lot of my stuff is very busy. And there's always a lot of stuff going on, and I always feel the need to keep adding and adding and adding, and sometimes you add too much to a point where it ruins it. Whereas with that one, I felt a lot of control and a lot of restraint, where it was a lot more simple than what I usually do. And I was like, you know what, I don't need to prove anymore. Like, sometimes I like to add and add and add, almost like to prove a point to myself.
Add detail, add more to
Yeah, like that's it. Like just to go, oh, look at these skills that I've got in it, and you know, that kind of thing. And I'm like, who am I trying to prove this to realistically? So, yeah, so my last one, that's one of my favourites because it showed discipline for me. Like I knew when to stop, and ultimately it actually got a more positive reception, I think, because it was less busy and,
Right.
you know, and it gave room for people to appreciate, like, the individual characters more and, yeah, that kind of thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. And there was another one that I liked of yours. The Air Max, the 97s.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I do have a soft spot for that. For that. I do like that. I did that a good few years ago now. But, and I'm one of them people where work from like a couple years ago, I'm just like, no, don't want to show anyone anymore. I've improved since then. Like, I'm really bad with that. Like, I like to kind of hide all the stuff I've done over the years. But then having said that, that Nike drawing, like, for me, I look at it and I'm like, oh no, that's timeless. Like,
That's a masterpiece.
yeah, do you know what? I think I ate that one up. So that's why I
thought you would have said the Air Max one.
No.
That's from what I've seen, that's one of my favourites from yours.
I wouldn't say it's my favourite because it's very superficial. Again, maybe I'm a bit too deep with some stuff, but because it was literally a drawing of a trainer, and I ain't never even owned them trainers before, but those are like my favourite. I think it was the 97s.
Wait,
So-
you never had a 97 before?
Nah,
No, I haven't had 97s, bro.
I ain't never
I
had
haven't had 97s either.
Nah.
I've
you
never
guys
owned
okay?
97s.
No, allow it.
What happened?
Do you know what? No, I'll tell you what happened.
I had
They were
90s,
too damn
95s.
expensive, man. They were
I'll
too...
give-
Bro,
I'll give-
97s are like 130, bro. 140.
No. Back in the day, you can get it for bills.
Nah,
97s
they-
Some of those,
Now
bro.
they're like 150.
They were
Don't get it
too
twisted.
damn expensive.
You could go, you could find them for cheaper, bro.
And they were still, yeah, well, do you know
That's
what?
the boss man,
Maybe
bro.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
trying
you have to get the
official.
get the
Elephant
sales,
Castle
bro.
Market, bro.
Yeah, like, wherever you're getting them, are they off
Camden
the
Market,
back of
bro.
the
You have to go
Camden
January.
Market.
You have to go January, go on Black Friday, get these sales, and
No,
be a
no,
bills.
do you know
Chop
what?
it
Yeah.
down.
Do you know what? No, you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah, you have to
You're
get
right.
a 97,
No, you're right. Because I always buy my crepes during like sales.
If he
of
ain't
Black
got a
Friday
97,
and
if he
that.
had a 97, you ain't real.
But I allow it. But because the thing is as well, yeah.
95s.
Oh, no, you lot are gonna cuss me.
95's been ran
Actually,
through
no,
too
no,
much.
wait, no,
95s, bro.
They've been ran back in the
Classic
day,
trainer.
but they've been ran through a bit too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
they
not
have,
gonna
they
lie.
have, they have,
I've got
they have.
95s. They're under my bed.
Like I fuck with them,
Everyone's got a
but it's just
95
too.
somewhere.
It's too much now. You know what I mean?
It's
Like I have 95s, but it's too.
It's been used too much.
Yeah.
It's been
I
used.
try not to see it that way, but I see what you
Like,
mean.
it's like-
Yeah, whereas with the 97s, yeah, because it's even funny. I watched this video yesterday where some guy was like rating trainers, and he was like, the 97s, he was like, it's over now, like they're done, out of fashion, they're tired. And I was like, don't tell me that, because I never even had the chance to like own any. It's so depressing.
97s, boy. What?
And I also feel like I should have the shoe that was, you know, from my year of birth, but there we go.
Oh yeah, that was the caption, right?
Yeah,
Something
man,
like that,
97, innit? So,
1997 gang,
97.
Come on.
yeah.
96, bro.
96,
96.
Old people, man.
Yeah, bro.
I said old people.
Oh yeah.
97. Wait, so what about TNs?
Yeah.
TNs?
I've never had.
Yeah, I
TNs.
know. I've got a pair of
never had
TNs, but they're a bit tired looking.
I've
TNs
never,
is just the everyday
I've never had TNs.
one.
Really, I could see you with TNs.
I've never.
Are you more of a 90s?
I've never.
90s.
Are
Yeah,
you? I
90s.
like
Yeah.
90s.
I've never banged the TNs. I fuck with the 90s though.
Yeah, the 90s. He's 90s.
I fuck with the 90s.
Yeah, no, I like the 90s.
90s.
I even have nothing against TNs. I just never.
He didn't gravitate.
Yeah, just never. Like I seen some that I liked. I just never.
I don't really wear Adidas.
I never
though.
cared for them.
I don't really wear Adidas trainers.
Nah.
You know what?
Yeah,
Man, I had a
nah.
phase of it. You feel me? I had a phase.
What TNs?
And Adidas.
Adidas. Oh.
I don't really wear them
I
too
think
much anymore, but I had a
everyone
phase
did.
like when I was like.
Shell toes.
Yes, them
Shell
ones.
toes.
Or like, what's them one, the ones that Pharrell Williams released? Like, the shell toe ones,
Yeah.
and in different colours. Like,
Yeah,
all
no,
black
man,
ones.
match
you
it
had-
with the
That's
polo,
it.
with
You had to have the
polo.
shell toes one time.
And the thing is, and I remember I didn't get them when originally they were all hype, and I was like, let me leave it for a bit, and I was glad I did because I was watching these people's feet in 6 months' time, and them shoes do not last. Like they will look mash up so fast, and I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
so glad I didn't cop them because that would have lasted 5 minutes.
That was a wave, man.
That was a wave.
So you into your fashion? You say?
I'm into my fashion. I mean, I like to dress in what I like, and I like to, I don't know, that's it. I
Be
just
comfy.
just like, yeah, no, that's it. I like to be comfy, but you know, I don't necessarily always want to follow what, you
Follow
know.
fashion.
Yeah, I don't really want to follow fashion, and like in terms of brands and stuff, like don't get it twisted. There are certain brands that I do really like. Like for example, when it comes to trainers, I think at this point in time I would probably only wear Nike trainers, like if I'm wearing trainers. But like I wear whatever. Like I normally shop in charity shops and that, innit? Like if I see
You
something
can
I
find
like,
some
I'll buy
bargains
it.
in there, you know.
No, fully. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, I'm a cheapskate. Like so, and I don't like to do all of them Boohoo and ASOS and Shein all the time anymore now because them clothes last like 5 minutes and yeah.
It's the online. When you order online, you don't know if it's gonna fit and all type of things like
Yeah,
that.
no, I'm not doing none of that. And like, yeah, don't get it twisted. I used to indulge in all of that, but I don't do that anymore. Like, I try and buy things that are gonna last, and yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I think that's the best way. For me, that's how I am as well. But I prefer to rock the own brands.
Hey,
Yeah.
repping his own
Repping
brands.
Repping
Streets
it.
of art and that.
Streets
you
of
feel
art.
me?
I'm here with JV8 Studios. Make sure you subscribe and Break the Bar. It's coming out every Friday, 7 p.m. Check it out.
Yeah.
You have
and
to.
we got, what's Ace rocking today? Tell him.
Come on.
What's it?
Yeah.
Come on,
Daddy
come on.
says,
Pull up
Pull
your
up your
trousers.
Pull up your trousers.
Pull
man.
up your
Pull up your
trousers.
trousers, man. Yeah, own brand. But yeah, yeah. So, any plans for the next few months? Any big projects coming? What would be your dream project actually?
Dream projects.
Yeah, if you have one.
That's a tough one. It's hard to say until it comes. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, at the moment, I like a simple life. I would like to do some more like album covers. Like I've done a couple in the past and like single artwork and stuff. But I find those really fun because a lot of the time, like it just feels a lot more free and like, I can essentially do almost whatever I want. And I mean, it depends on the musician, but most of the time when I do it, the musician sends me the song first or the album first and I listen to it, and I think it's always fun to try and create something along to music.
Yeah.
So I would defo love to work with like more like music artists and that, and just create some sick cover art. Yeah.
Nice.
basically.
Cover art. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
man.
Any artists that you're looking for cover art? Shout Saffron.
Shout out Saffron.
Where can they find you?
Okay, so you can find me on Instagram at Saffigram. My name is Saffron Cann, so if you type that up into the search bar, that will come up as well. It's just my Instagram is probably the best place to go, only because it's got like all my details on there. So I do all my business via email. My email address is on there, saffroncan
Cool.
at gmail.com, and yeah.
Okay, nice. And I think that's everything so far.
Yeah.
Shout out the socials.
Is there any upcoming projects?
Any upcoming projects you got? Let us know.
I will let you know. There's nothing.
is it
There's
pending?
nothing too
It's
special in the
pending.
works at the moment. Yeah. Do you know when you're in between? I've literally just
pending.
I've literally just finished stuff as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
So it's just
yeah.
like, oof, need some breathing space.
Okay.
But
Well, if there's any
Yeah.
exhibitions, let us know.
definitely, man.
And we'll come
definitely.
down as well.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool. So that's been Creative Insight Podcast, brought to you by Break the Bar, breaking down these bars, JV8 Studios for high quality visuals, filming, editing, lighting, professional production teams, shooting music videos, working on short films, feature length films. We got the team to provide the works for you. So if you're interested to work with us, hit us up, jv8studios@gmail.com, and also like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you want to see more creative insights, keep liking this one and share it with a friend as well, because you never know who might be
100
inspired.
likes, bro. I need
100 likes. I want 100 likes on this video. And what we gonna do for 100 likes? Drop. Weekly episodes.
Weekly episodes.
Weekly
Get
episodes.
us to 100
If you-
likes.
If you want it
You
weekly,
get episodes
because
weekly.
right now it's 2 weeks.
Get it to 300. We'll get 2 a week.
2 weeks. Whoa.
Get it to 300.
Okay, now that's
We'll
a
have
big
two.
treat. That's a big
Wait.
treat right
Okay,
there.
yeah.
Get
300 likes.
We'll subscribe. No, give it away.
Hey. Yo, we need all the subscribers. Everyone, if you're not subscribed, if you're watching here and you haven't subscribed, what's going on?
Shameful.
Just subscribe.
Like,
Pull it together.
like you
Just
got to the end of the video, bro. Like,
Just
you might as
subscribe.
well.
Just subscribe.
You've been here for like a good hour.
That's what I'm saying. You've been watching this whole time and you didn't think to subscribe. You saw all the things popping up telling you subscribe and you didn't subscribe.
Like,
Yeah.
it's been a whole hour, mate.
Just subscribe.
Are you okay? Like,
That's
free.
embarrassing.
you knew you enjoyed
It's
it.
free, bro. Subscribe.
What's wrong with you?
Like, if you didn't enjoy it, you would have clicked on by
That's what
now.
I'm saying.
You might as well. It's
Just
not hurting
subscribe.
you.
And then you know what? Just for you doing that, just share it with a friend too. Share it. Alright, cool.
And then comment as well. While you're
Comment, yeah, just drop a comment. Comment.
Just
man.
comment fire
Don't
emoji.
lurk.
Like,
just
like,
comment.
if you don't want to comment, just comment fire.
Just
emoji.
comment a fire emoji. That's it.
Just keep
Help
it
us
simple.
out in the algorithm. Help us out in the algorithm. Alright, but that's it.
Yes,
And then follow the Instagram as well while you're there.
Follow the Instagram, man. You'll see it all pop up on the screen.
So that's-
Yeah? Cool.
That was fun.